2020 has been a pretty crazy year, and we are finally in the home stretch. But there have been quite a few great true wireless earbuds that have been launched this year, so here are some of our favorites. We'll be going over them briefly in this video, but if you want the full review, we'll leave them up in the cards above or in the description down below. As always, everybody's ears are different, audio is subjective, and this video is even more subjective. So my advice is always to find a shop that's near you so that you can take a listen before you make a purchase. We've divided them into 4 categories: ANC, sports, sound quality, and affordability. Now, just because one is in a category doesn't mean that they aren't good at the other categories. We've just divided them according to how they fit best. Let's start off our top picks for the best ANC earbuds this year with the Huawei FreeBuds Pro. These were launched pretty late in the year, around September, and they arrived in Singapore around mid-November. That being said though, these are one of the better ANC earbuds that we've tried out this year. It's also one of the more affordable, at just 238 Singapore dollars or 169 pounds. Unfortunately, these don't seem to be available in the US, which is a shame. They are pretty good earbuds that sound good and have pretty decent ANC. Next up is the Panasonic RZ-S500W. Now, these blew me away. The ANC on these are strong, but while the sound quality is actually pretty good, I found that these lacked a bit of musicality. That being said though, if you're just looking for all-out noise cancelling, these work fantastically. But we come to the end of the category, and this is the product that I was actually the most impressed with when it came to active noise cancellation, the Technics AZ70. They're a sub-brand of Panasonic, and when you think about it, it might seem a little unfair that the top 2 ANC earbuds come from essentially the same company. But hey, they're just that good. The AZ70 is very similar to the Panasonic RZ-S500W in terms of ANC performance, but I did think that the sound quality was ever so slightly better. The price is relatively comparable too, with the AZ70 at 399 Singapore dollars and the RZ-S500W at 349 Singapore dollars. Unless you're particularly fond of the RZ-S500W's design or have a strict budget, I recommend topping up that little bit more to go for the Technics AZ70. Moving on to sports, there's the Klipsch T5 True Wireless McLaren Edition. Now, this is packed full of really cool features, with an IP67 dust and water resistance rating for the earbuds and case, a moisture removal system inside the case, a total of 32 hours battery life, and more. And needless to say, they fit snugly in the ear thanks to the rubber wings, so you won't have to worry about them falling out when exercising. The one downside is that it's a bit more expensive at 399 Singapore dollars. The next one on our list is the Sony WF-SP800N. There's IP55 dust and water resistance on the earbuds, and they feel pretty light in the ear as well, thanks to Sony's design of letting most of the electronics rest outside of the ear canal. They still sit securely though, and there's no need to worry about them falling out when you go running or do any sort of vigorous exercise. The best part is that these have active noise cancellation, and for a reasonable price of 299 Singapore dollars. So if you're looking for something that has ANC, water resistance, and fits well, you should take a look at these. My personal favorite though is the Jabra Elite Active 75T. With IP57 dust and water resistance, up to 28 hours total battery life and more, the winning factor for me is how small these are. The earbuds are incredibly light at just 5.5 grams each, and they're incredibly comfortable in the ear because of it. You won't get wearing fatigue, which is great. Furthermore, Jabra added ANC to these in a firmware update recently, so that's another plus. Best part? These are pretty reasonably priced too, at 318 Singapore dollars if you go for the model without wireless charging enabled, and $338 with wireless charging. We come to my favorite part of the video, the sound quality category. Let's start off with the Master and Dynamic MW07 Plus. The original MW07 looked and sounded great, but had some problems like the poor battery life. The MW07 Plus fixed those issues with a total battery life of 40 hours, and even added new features like ANC while retaining the great sound quality from the first generation. If you're a fan of how these earbuds look, you can't go wrong with them. Back in 2018, Sennheiser made waves with their debut earbuds which sounded great. Well, they've done it again in 2020. 2 out of 3 of the earbuds in the sound quality category actually come from Sennheiser. But let's talk about the more affordable one first. The Sennheiser CX400BT is a pair of mid-range earbuds that sound just as good as my top pick for this category because it uses the same 7mm drivers, but comes in cheaper at just 299 Singapore dollars. Sure, some areas like the fabric-covered case had to give way to a cheaper plastic case to keep the cost down, but sound quality is the biggest factor here, and for the price, these are excellent. But what if you want sound quality and a premium pair of earbuds? Well, that's where the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2 comes in. Again, like the Master and Dynamic earbuds, the first generation Momentum True Wireless was plagued with issues like poor connectivity and abysmal battery life. But the second gen has solved it. With a total of 28 hours, it's not the best on the market, but it's definitely better than it was before. Sound quality, again, is fantastic. And there's even ANC in these, which works pretty decently. You'll have to fork out 449 Singapore dollars for these though, but you do get the best of both worlds here. Now, if you're not a fan of the idea of paying so much for true wireless earbuds and you just want them for the convenience of not having any wires, here's our affordable category for you. Let's start off the Sony WF-XB700. These are great, bass-heavy earbuds from Sony that will definitely be nice for the general public's listening preferences. And at 199 Singapore dollars, they're affordable, but there have been trade-offs made to keep it at that price. Next is an offering from a local brand, Creative. Creative's Outlier Air V2 is the second generation of the Outlier Air earbuds that was offered last year. And it's a nice, affordable way to experience Creative's Sexify technology, even though it's only usable with music that's stored in your phone and not with streaming services. It has pretty good battery life at a total of 34 hours, and sound quality without Sexify turned on is also decent, with punchy bass and a relatively wide soundstage. Now, we come to my top pick for affordability. These don't quite fit into 2020 because these were actually launched and came to Singapore at the end of December 2019, but they're actually one of the best affordable earbuds that I've tried, so we're including them. I've always believed that you get what you pay for, but the Jade Audio EW1 proved me wrong. At 89 Singapore dollars, it's also one of the cheapest true wireless earbuds I've tried, but it punches well above its weight with a fun, warm sound signature, touch controls, and a 21-hour total battery life. So there you have it, our top picks for true wireless earbuds in 2020. Again, I'm not telling you to immediately go out and buy all these, but if you're looking for gifts this festive season, hopefully this list helps you out a little. Anyway, if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to us on YouTube for more. Till the next one, see you guys!